Hello and welcome back to Microbial Concepts. Today we are going to talk about general microbiology. Okay, introduction to general microbiology. Okay, so in this video we will be discussing what are the topics that actually come under general microbiology. Okay, or what are the subtopics which are related to microbiology that we will be discussing here. Okay, this video is not in details. Okay, this is to give you a brief idea about microbiology, general microbiology. Okay, so let's start. So first is, what is microbiology? So it is a study, okay, or this subject. It deals with study of all microorganisms or all living organisms that are too small to be visible with a naked eye. Okay, so just by your eyes you cannot see these microorganisms. You need microscope for that. Okay, this line means that you need some special device like microscope to view microorganisms. Okay, so as they are too small in size, they are not visible by naked eye. Okay, so microbiology, the study of microorganisms or microbes. Okay, it is a diverse group of generally minute simple life forms that include bacteria, archaea, algae, fungi, protozoa and viruses. Okay, all this is combinedly, all these groups are combinedly known as microorganisms. Okay, so the field is concerned with the structure, function, classification of such organisms and with ways of both exploiting and controlling their activities. Okay, what does exploiting and controlling means? In case of a particular bacteria, say lactobacillus, which is present in curd, it is helpful microbe to us, or we can say it is a helpful bacteria to us. Okay, so exploiting is using that bacteria properly for our benefits, and controlling their activity is, for example, one which is harmful. Okay, say pseudomonas. Okay, so a species of pseudomonas which is infectious, we need to control its activity, correct? That means controlling the activity of certain bacteria or fungi or viruses, right? So microbiology is a wide area of science that includes bacteriology, virology, mycology, phycology, parasitology and other branches of biology. Okay, next is why to study microbiology. Okay, so this is very important because as you are opting this subject for your course, right, for your graduation or post graduation, you should know that what is the scope of microbiology, why to study microbiology. Okay, so this is the question. So microorganisms are not only they have a huge impact on our life, but are literally present everywhere, covering all the surfaces of our body and in every natural and urban habitat. Okay, so say in water microbes are present, in air microbes are present, say on our fingertip there are lot of microbes present, even on, it is said that even on the tip of needle there are thousands of bacteria present. Okay, so how small the point of needle is, but still that contains thousands of bacteria. Okay, or it may contain thousands of bacteria. Okay, so as there is a term that is used for microorganisms that they are ubiquitous, means they are present everywhere. Okay, so to study these microbes, microbiologists, they have, or they do their role. Okay, so microbiologists, they study these microbes at their level of community, that means ecologically and epidemiologically, at the level of cell, that is cell biology and physiology, and at the level of protein and genes, okay, that is molecular biology. Okay, so these are some subtopics which you will study throughout your course. Okay, these are actually detailed subjects which are related to a cell. Okay, so microbiology, first you will introduced about what are different types of microbes. Okay, what are the subtypes, then where are they present, which are useful, which are harmful, how to know, then what are their shapes, structures, then about their cell biology, that means what a particular cell a bacterial cell has. Okay, what is the difference between a plant cell, animal cell? What is the difference between eukaryotes and prokaryotes? Okay, all these are the basics which you will be covering in general microbiology first. Okay, and then you will start studying epidemiology, that is a part that you study in medical microbiology. Okay, so in medical microbiology you will be covering all the pathogens. Okay, then next is cell biology and physiology. Okay, so this is another subject which is taught separately. It deals with cell biology, means all the cell organelles, what how the particular organelle functions, what is its importance, what if there is a defect. Okay, or what will happen to say in case of protein formation. Okay, so if there is a defect in a protein, then how it is repaired. Okay, so these all parts are covered in cell biology and physiology. Then next is protein and genes, that is molecular biology. Okay, so in molecular biology you will deal with DNA, then RNA, then all the products which are developed in a cell by using a DNA or RNA. Okay, so protein is a product. Okay, so everything which a study which everything is done which is related to genes, that all comes under molecular biology. Okay, so microorganisms are extremely important in our everyday life, right? So some are responsible for significant proportion of diseases affecting not only humans but also plants, animals, while others are vitally important in the maintenance and modification of our environment. Okay, so it means that, for example, microbes which are present in soil, they carry out carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle. Okay, so all these modifications in our environment are also here also these bacteria, they play an important role. Okay, so still others play an essential role in industry also. Okay, so where their unique properties, they are harnessed in a production, in say production of food, beverages and antibiotics. Okay, that is you are exploiting a particular unique property of that particular fungi or say bacteria. Okay, then microbiology is an applied science helping agriculture, health, medicine and maintenance of the environment as well as biotechnology industry. Okay, so it is a applied science which has multidisciplinary subjects. Okay, and even microbiology has lot of applications. You will find at least 10 to 15 applications per day which you use in your day-to-day life. Okay, say the milk industry or food industry where you get packaged chips. Okay, or some packaged food. Okay, so that is a application of microbiology, because there also you need to control the growth of microbes, you need to check the limit of microbes. Okay, so then say chocolate industry, a paper industry. Okay, because in a paper industry even there a microbiology has application. Okay, so these are some applications that you will find in your day-to-day lives where we use microbiology. Okay, so scientists have learned how to exploit microorganisms in the field of molecular biology, which makes an enormous impact both on industry and in medical field. Okay, so microbiology also encompasses immunology, that is the study of body's ability to mount defenses against infectious microbes. Okay, so other than medical microbiology, there is another topic, that is immunology. Okay, so here you deal with human body's defense system. Okay, you will study immunology, which is actually dealing with the defense system of our humans. Okay, so yeah, so here I have just pictured some applications. Like first is it shows food industry, application in food industry. Next is pharma industry, and third is agriculture industry. Not industry but agricultural applications. Okay, so then yeah, so these are some important topics that generally are covered in your course for general microbiology. Okay, okay, so The first is history of microbiology. Okay, so how this subject came into picture. Okay, who was the first scientist who studied a cell, a plant cell? Okay, then development of microbiology in 19th century and last 2 decades, developments in 20th century. Okay, so here you will cover all those important scientific events which are very important from a point of view of a microbiologist. Okay, because you should know Anton van Leeuwenhoek, then Robert Koch, okay, all these scientists, then Louis Pasteur. Okay, so they had made some very important uh, discoveries. Okay, and that's why we are studying them today, and those discoveries have very good application. Okay, so those are included under these topics, that is development of microbiology or history of microbiology. The next is scope and applications. Okay, so under scope and applications you will be actually studying medical microbiology, immunology, then soil and agriculture microbiology, food and dairy microbiology, geomicrobiology, microbial genetics, and biotechnology. Okay, so all these will be covered under basics and applied aspects also. Okay, so these are some intermingled topics like scope and application and basics and applied aspects. Okay, here you will be covering all these. Then next is diversity of microbial world. Okay, so under that topic you will be studying some examples of bacteria, then rickettsia, protozoa, say there is algae, fungi, virus, what are viroids and prions. Okay, so this comes under diversity of microbial world. Next point on the same topic, that is diversity of microbial world, is you will be studying details about some gram-positive rods like bacillus, then details about gram-positive non-spore forming rods. Okay, first for that you should know what is endospore and non-endospore forming bacteria. Okay, so you will be studying some examples, proper examples for some cocci, for rods. Okay, then you will be also covering life cycles, okay, like yeast, virus, mold, or protozoa. Then next is study of a cell or cell organelle. Okay, so under cell and cell organelle you will be studying cell wall, then cell membrane, then what is endospore, what is capsule, what is flagella. Okay, then ribosomes, chromosomes, then cell inclusions like gas vesicles, then PHB granules, etc., etc. Okay, so that's about study of cell and cell organelles. And lastly, basic chemistry, which covers lipids, carbohydrates, proteins, nucleic acids, buffers, pH and pK values. Okay, so yeah, mostly these are the topics that are taught under general microbiology. Okay, so as you can see here, basics are covered in your first course, first term of your course, that is what are different types of bacteria, what are they, how are they classified, like depending on shape, okay, depending on their cell wall composition. Okay, so likewise, and then you side by side you are taught some basic practical knowledge you are given, that is streaking, pour plate, what are medias, different types of medias, how to do autoclaving, okay, other those stuff. So here are some inter or subdisciplines of microbiology. Okay, so these are also some subjects which you will find depending on your university or depending on your institutes, they are taught differently. Okay, so first is bacteriology, which is common. Then next is environmental microbiology. Even for masters, this is a subject which is taught separately. Okay, environmental microbiology. Then next is evolutionary microbiology. Mostly this is also covered under genetics or taxonomy. Okay, then next is food microbiology, industrial microbiology. So in case of bacteriology, you will be studying general cell structure. You will be studying basics like what is difference between yeast and mold. Okay, yeah. Then next is medical microbiology or clinical microbiology. Then microbial genetics, then microbial physiology, mycology, that is study of fungi, then veterinary microbiology, and virology. Okay, so these are some separate topics or separate subjects which also comes under microbiology itself. Okay, so for say virology, there is a separate institute, okay, where only study on viruses is done. Okay, so that's why I told you that in some cases, like in some institutes, only a particular subject is taught, or even all these subjects are taught at least for the basic part. Okay, so depends on which university, which institute you are learning or you are having this course. So you may not have all these subjects, but at least basics or the main points, main subjects you will touch during your course. So next is about basic microbiology techniques. Okay, so as you start studying theory in your lectures, you will be simultaneously introduced to basic microbiology techniques during your practicals. Okay, so these are some points or these are some topics that you study in your first and second year of your practicals. Okay, so I had already made some videos, detailed videos on some of these topics which are in red color. Okay, so you can find a separate video for sterilization or separate video for disinfection on my channel. Okay, even there is a video that I recently uploaded for microbiology techniques or skills. Okay, so that covers culture techniques, media preparation, aseptic techniques, etc. Even there are different videos for staining techniques. So I had already covered gram staining and acid fast staining. Okay, so there are these videos present on my channel. Go and check it out, and even I will be giving the links in description box, so you can check it there as well. So the first topic which you are taught is about safety in lab. Okay, what are the precautions which are needed to be taken while you are doing a particular practical? Then what is biohazard vest? Okay, these are all topics which are taught first. Then you actually start working in your labs. So first, to have a visualization for what is the sample given. It is actually having bacteria or fungi. For that you need to know microscopy. Okay, so because you need to see bacteria and fungi, you need microscope, right? As we saw this in our first slide, that you cannot see bacteria by naked eye, right? So you are taught microscopy. Then you are taught about sterilization, disinfection. Okay, then culture techniques like streaking, spread plate, pour plate. Then you are taught bacterial growth curve. Then staining techniques, different kinds of staining techniques are used, say capsule staining, gram staining, endospore staining, acid fast staining, monochrome staining, etc. Then what are the nutritional requirements for bacterial growth? Okay, as each and every bacteria, it does not have the same nutritional requirements. Okay, so it is very important to study nutritional requirements. Okay, then you study some types of culture media. So there are different types of culture media like selective media, differential media, enrichment media. Okay, so this part I had already covered in a Viva question video. Okay, there is a video on Viva questions on culture media. Under that topic or under that video, I had already covered these types of culture media. Okay, so I will mention that link as well. The next is media preparation. Okay, so how to proceed for media preparation, what all you require, then how you do autoclaving, and how you use that particular media. That is also covered in one of the videos for microbiology techniques and skills. Okay, the next is culture maintenance and aseptic conditions. Okay, so working under aseptic conditions is very important, as you need to focus on your aim for your practicals, right? So you don't want interference of unwanted microbes, you don't want contamination, so you should follow aseptic conditions. Okay, you should work under aseptic conditions, right? So these are some basics that you need to follow, I would say, not just throughout your course but for lifetime. Okay, so even after your college time when you work outside in a say pharma company. Even there you need to follow these basics. Okay, so have these topics clear when you are studying in say first year or second year, because I saw many students or even my colleagues struggle after their graduation, say in even masters they were not able to streak and have isolation, okay, proper isolation of a given sample. Okay, so you need to master your techniques, basic techniques like gram staining, like streaking, like pour plate, spread plate, then media preparation, then working under aseptic condition. This is very important because when you are working under aseptic conditions and still you are getting contamination, then it is of no use. Okay, so be good in these skills, right? So this was about general microbiology. So yeah, I had completed the general or brief video for this, and now I will be starting for some particular topics from these general microbiology. Okay, so like my videos, share these videos with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and thank you for watching. Okay, till then, bye bye.